Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I'll be working on this small Eastern White Cedar or Thuja occidentalis. But first, I think we should do a kitten update.
Hey, here's a look at the mama cat. She is doing really well. Not gaining a whole lot of weight yet, but she is feeding 5 kittens. Let's go have a look at the kitties. Oh, there they are. Hello, wakey wakies. So they're getting quite big. This one's called Orca because he's black and white. And his nickname, if it's a he, I'm not sure, is Porca, because you can see he's a little portly. Aren't you? You're a little portly. You're the cutest thing in the world. They all are. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn for Porca. Yeah, they're all sleeping in there, but they're all doing really well. And they're all super, super cute. Oh my goodness, they're just too cute. Look at this one. Yep, so that's the cat update. You're a very proud mother, aren't you? Yeah. A very proud mother. You're doing really well. You going back in with the kitties? No. Taking a break? Good idea to take a break every now and then, eh? Yeah, it's a good idea to take a break. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the kitten update. They are just super, super, super cute. Look at that one. He's dreaming about catching something. And they're getting really playful. They're starting to walk. They're kind of wobbly, and they play with each other. They pounce on each other, and it's very cute to see them playing. Right, Mama? Very, very cute. Yeah. All right. That's the kitten update. Bye, little fellas. The duck came up to me and she wanted something, so I gave her some water here. Hello, did you want some water? Is that what you wanted? It's right there. It's right there. There you go. This one communicates a lot. If she's hungry, she comes up to you and gives you the eye, and yeah, there you go. There's some water for you. Now don't spill it. Don't spill it. Are you putting dirt in there too? Oh, you like the mud, eh? Okay, bye-bye.
I have one more update to show you before I begin work on the Eastern White Cedar, and that's my Yucca forest. Before I head over and look at the Yucca forest, I want to show you some pictures and a movie that Kennet De Bondt sent me from Belgium. He was on vacation in Italy and found these yucca trees, and he sent me pictures and a movie. So thanks, Kennet. It's really awesome. Kennet and I have been on YouTube a long time. When I first started my channel, he was one of the first bonsai channels to appear. And we've made a video together, asked each other questions, and he's a really nice guy and he has some fantastic trees. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below.
So this is a big yucca tree here in Italy. As you see, it has a severe cut. Well, multiple ones. And it's big, 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 big. Here we have it from another angle. Coming in. So here you see one cut, and it's healing over quite nicely, and we have a new little shoot here. So they definitely bud back on very old wood, and the same here at the gigantic cut. Again, little shoots when we get down to the root base, it's gigantic and the bark is flaky and it's really big. So let's measure the width of the trunk. So that's 1 foot, 2 and 3, 4, almost 5. So I'll finish this with a picture so you can see the proportion. I'm not a giant, I'm not a small guy. Well, so this one is even bigger. There's a big cut right here, and here you see another cut with a little new shoot and a really small shoot here. Yeah, in the Italian sun. And this is a close-up of quite big wounds with new shoots.
Over here in the sun is my yucca forest. So here it is, and I'll show you what's happening with it. Let's go down to the front here. So here's the main tree, and you can see here there's a lot of shoots coming out on it. Here, around here. I don't know if there's too many on the main trunk line. There's one back here on the main trunk line, but not a whole lot around the top cut point. On the side branch here, or trunk, there's a whole bunch of new shoots on it. It's just incredible. So that's exciting to see. The little one has a whole bunch of shoots. The secondary tree in the forest, it also has a lot of shoots up top. You can see them all up here. Yeah, it's looking really good. This one has got shoots. The smallest one has shoots. So it's looking really good. I think it's going to be successful, this hard pruning on it. They've got good weather coming up this week. Warm, sunny days. You can see there's a shoot coming up from the roots down there also. Yeah, it's going to be really good for this forest. They're going to develop well for the rest of the summer, I think, and should look pretty fantastic. I'm ready to begin the work on these Eastern White Cedars. These cedars were from seed. They just landed on this mossy rock. They took root and began growing, so this is a very natural bonsai. I haven't done any, arranging of the trees or any root work on the rocks themselves. It's all quite natural. I have been trying to keep the trees fairly small. I don't want them to become really large trees and outgrow the rock it's on. So my goal today is to prune them back, keep them as small trees. This planting consists of 3 trees. There's one out the front and there's 2 out the back. So I want to keep them as separate trees. So right now it looks kind of like one tree growing on the rock. I've got to keep them pruned so you can see the individual trees. I do like these hanging branches. I think they're really nice, and it kind of frames the rock each side. I'm not so keen on the ones that are hanging down in front, kind of hiding the trunk and the roots of the tree. So I'm going to begin by pruning back some of these long ones in the front. So here I go. So this is a branch pretty well coming out straight out the front of the planting. And I'm wondering if I need it. There are some, nice branches in that area. So if I were to remove that, it certainly exposes the trunk more. There is a little cascading shoot underneath. I'll show you a close-up of that. I think I'll prune off the large branch here and keep that little tiny shoot. Here's a look at that branch. So if I lift the branch up, you can see there's a little new shoot coming off there, angled downwards. So that's just a perfect replacement branch. And this is something you're often doing with these Thuja occidentalis, is you get an older branch, and from the base of that older branch you get a new shoot developing. So you prune off the older branch and replace it with a younger one. And that's how you keep all your branches kind of thin compared to the diameter of the trunk. All right, off with that branch up here. Keeping that downward facing one. Here I go. It's gone. So now you can see it opened up the front of the tree a bit more. Here's another case. I have a new shoot here beside this kind of cascading branch. In this case, I don't want the new shoot. I want to keep the branch I have, so I'll prune the new shoot off. So that's gone. I want to shorten these cascading branches. You can see, you know, there's no really woody branch structure to them yet. So I just want to take the tips off like that. I've got a vertical part coming out this branch, which isn't bad. You know, on coniferous trees, you want the bottom branches hanging down. As you go up the trunk to about 2/3 the height, you want them kind of horizontal, and then on the upper part, they come upwards. So this one is kind of getting near the apex, so I think I want to keep that kind of vertical part. I'll just prune it back, pinch it back, and prune it a little more compact to the side branches. And I'll take this one off on the inside. So that looks better. Yeah. So there's the front. I think I'm getting pretty close to getting the trees pruned up for today. Maybe a little more pinching, just to get them a little more compact. Okay, I think that's it. I think it's looking pretty good. I do have to do some weeding, and I've got to give it a good thorough watering. So I'll do the weeding next. Here's a look at the amount of foliage I took off. Quite a bit, you know, for a small group of trees. There's a look at the trees. I think they're looking quite nice. So in here I have liverwort. I've got that Scotch or Irish moss at the back and more liverwort. So I've got to pick all that out. There's a look at the rock. It's really cool rock, very like almost crystals or something that it's growing on. So there's a look at the view of the roots from the back, just growing in the rock. Maybe it's actually cracking the rock with roots, I don't know. However, all right, let's get these weeds out of here. Maybe I should water it first to kind of loosen the weeds up. I'll do that. I'll give it a good thorough watering. Then the soil should be nice and wet and I can pull the weeds out a little more easily. All right, here I go with the water. And I think that'll do. I'll let that water soak in for a little bit. We'll do some more updates in the meantime. My bougainvillea in the greenhouse here has got some beautiful flowers on it. So the white part is the flower, and these are just colored leaves. There's a special name for them. I forget what it is, but yeah, just beautiful, like vibrant colored flowers. Wow. My edible fig tree here, Ficus carica, has got some nice juicy looking figs on it. There's a couple down here. Yeah, so that's looking good. My Norway maple that I recently pruned back, it had that big long tall leader coming off this branch, is really filling in nicely. You can see all the new leaves coming on it. So that's kind of exciting. It's you know, looking really healthy. Kind of a good looking maple for a Norway maple. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to continue the development work on this tree into the future. My Natal ficus over here is getting a lot of new buds all over it. You can see them all on the branches here. Lots of new buds. On the other side, it's also got a lot of new growth coming on it. So exciting. You can see all the new shoots coming. Yeah, I gave it quite a root pruning. This was repotted this summer, so it's recovering, and I think I'll get good growth for the rest of the summer on it. The mulberry here has put on all kinds of new growth since the last pruning. Very exciting. The oak trees also, you can see the new shoots coming up top here on them. They're looking really good. My trident maple, I gave it a pruning, and you can see all the new shoots coming off the top. It's looking good. And my field maple down here is also, go away fly, also has a lot of new shoots coming off of it after the last pruning, and you can see the trunk is definitely thickening up on it. Very exciting. My crown of thorns here is getting more and more flowers on top. It's just beautiful. Getting quite a branch structure to it. Yeah. Really like the crown of thorns as a bonsai. All right, time to get back to the weeding. So let's see if I can pull some of these weeds out. Got it by the roots. Nice. So the container this is in is just a temporary one, or a training pot. I'm going to have to plant it into its, more permanent pot. I'll have to find one that goes really nicely. I was thinking, I've got the rock color moss. The pot could either be the rock color or the trunk color. I don't know. I think if it was the rock color, it might take away from the rock. So maybe something closer to the trunk color would look better. Definitely not blue that the pot's in now. I'm just picking out some liverwort here. There's this Irish moss, Scotch moss, whatever you call it, starweed. Okay, that's got the weeds off of the front. I'll rotate it around to the back. Here's all the Scotch moss. Let's see if I can get it out. Yep, got the roots on that one. Got the roots on that one. On that one too. Okay, I think I've got most of the weeds out. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's take a last final look at my 3 thuja planting. Root over rock. It was nice to get my Eastern White Cedar clump style root over rock planting pruned up, weeded, watered, and back on track. And that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.